Hi guys, again PJ or PJ from the VSN team, again strapped in the beautiful F4B Phantom 2, and I just want to get you a little bit up to date on what is going to be released shortly on our bigger update on the F4. Okay. First off, you might have realized that we changed the camera position and elevated the front console and the glare shield and the combining glass. So right now, if you jump into your cockpit, you will have a sight that looks like this, and it should be a little bit more natural than the other one. The other one was a little bit too far down in the seat. Now I think we got it a little bit better. And it should be like, if you just look over the glare shield, you should just be able to spot the top of the radome. If you go a little bit up, you see there's the top of the radome. If you go a little bit normal, you see it's just almost right. Okay, it's almost right. That was a lot of work we had to do. My buddy who was responsible for making those changes, well, yeah, he was busy. Let's put it that way. He was really busy. There's a lot to talk about, but we'll just start right now with the parts of what has happened, and I will get to you a little bit more videos and try to get those ones quicker and just bit by bit, so everything is a little bit more focused. Okay, we'll start today on the right console. Just take a look there. On the back there's nothing new, just the light switch you used to see. You can switch the light on and off, and that's it. Then we go to the IFF panel. This is the IFF panel, where we can set right now you can set your transponder codes by clicking on those lovely little thumb-driven rotary thingies, and you can set those first 4 values for your transponder codes. Then you, of course, you need to set your IFF modes, mode 1, mode 2 and mode 3. They need to be in the up position to be enabled, and on the down position to not be enabled. Then you got a pretty important switch, which is right here. That is the IFF identification switch, or IFF interrogator switch. If you push it forward, you'll interrogate the contacts you got on your radar set, and if they are friendly, if they return the IFF response friendly, then they will change from this lovely orange color to another lovely CGA color, which will be this nice greenish blue you might have encountered if you're as old as me. I'll show you this in action a little later, but now you know how it's going to look. Of course, you can bind that to a button, which I would suggest, because it's pretty stupid to just look there while in a dogfight. And that one is the IFF identification switch. You see it highlighted on the top. Okay. That's a spring-loaded button, so if you push it, it will go back. The same with the key binds, it will just jump back to the off position if you let go of the switch. If you set that stuff, then you of course need to set your master IFF mode switch. If you set it to anything, then standby or higher. So let's say standby, low, norm or emergency. If you have it to off, well, yeah, you will not get any responses because your IFF system is off. From standby you can interrogate, but you will not send any information, and if you go to low you will send information. But from low to emergency you will send the same information. So normally there gets different information sent with different intensity, which makes sense, because if you have an emergency you just need to know, to let your guys know where you are. Okay. Moving up. Next panel is this one, the comms panel. This one, you know, manually switch between certain comm channels. Now we have a little bit more possibilities to switch, because it has a dual use right now. You can set the channels for your COM, but you can also set the channels for your ADF signals. So of course ADF signals are kilohertz and COM signals are megahertz, so that is different. Please keep in mind the radio just works between 225 and 399 megahertz for radio signals. It will work a broader band in kilohertz for ADF signals. Okay, so those keep that in mind. Okay. If you want to use the manual switches to select your radio frequency, you need to have this one rotary here, the COM ADF selector, at the position ADF and F. That will ensure you can select your radio frequency manually. If you go to ADF and S, this one will not select your radio frequency. This one will just select your ADF frequency. You will have to select your radio frequency with the preset channels right here. You have 18 preset channels now built in, which you can set in the mission editor. Okay, and if you're unsure which ones are in there, you can just hop into the kneeboard, which is on the right side, and can just go to the... I just go over here, there's the kneeboard, and we got on the second page. This one's the first page, this one's the second page. You got all the typed in channels and frequencies from the mission editor. Big shout out to the A4 crew who did the same thing, and I just visited their code and found it very satisfactory, let's put it that way. So they really helped me a lot with their stuff, so I was able to replicate it and use it for our stuff. Of course ours is not as good looking, but hey, I think if you have the channels, everything should be fine for you. Okay, so those are the kneeboard things. Now back to the comms panel. Here you set the presets, as I told you. Cross-reference with your kneeboard what you are switching here. If you switch further to ADF and G, it's ADF and guard. Guard frequency is always 243 megahertz. Okay, so then you will have this manually selector to select your ADF, and then you will have always guard as the radio frequency. If you go to ADF with nothing else, you don't have any radio possibilities, you just have ADF frequency chosen through your manual stuff right here. Okay, so normal is ADF and F because it's what most people might be doing. They might be just fiddling with those things and they get upset if they dial in 250 and want to talk with somebody, and then they don't get 250, but instead they get 264. Everybody is pissed, and yeah. So that way, this is the standard ADF and F. If you want to use presets, go to ADF and S. Okay, easy peasy. Now a little bit up. We are almost 9 minutes in, so I just start speaking a little bit faster. TACAN panel right here. Okay, TACAN panel. I think everybody knows what a TACAN is. It gets you distance and range to a TACAN source. Our TACAN will only work with stationary TACANs from airfields. So TACANs that are already inbuilt into the map, every other TACAN you place in the mission editor will not work. Don't ask me why, it just doesn't. Okay, it just doesn't, and we did not have the time nor the energy to try to get it to work. Maybe we'll just get an, I don't know, somebody will appear in our dreams and tell us how to do it, but right now it didn't happen. Okay, so easy peasy. You just have to choose with this little rotary the mode for your TACAN. Off is of course off. You will not get any information. Receive is you will just receive information. You will just get the direction, you don't get distance information. Transmit receive, you will get distance and direction information. Then you will need to set the TACAN channel with the first button. The first button is for the 10s and the 100s. Max is 119, okay? So here you choose those, and the other one on the top is the ones. And if you want to choose the bands, you can go on the bottom of the right one, TACAN XY rotational up down. There you see X and Y. Pretty easy. The other one, generator panel, is as it used to be. Nothing else there. So we just cracked 10 minutes. And it's for me time to say goodbye to you. I hope you enjoyed this little short video, which was way too long. And if you got any other questions, please feel free to type them in the comments. Or if you got longer questions, then just visit us on our Discord channel, and we hope to get everything to you there or through the comments and possibly through the forum. But honestly, the Discord channel might be your best bet. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoyed our F4 and are stoked for our upcoming update, which should be, let's say, just around the corner, within 2 weeks, the latest. See you guys. Cheers from the VSN modding team.